Hey everyone, welcome, I'm MisterBo, and yesterday during the Game Awards we got the reveal for the brand new version of Crash Team Racing, the remake entitled Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Now if you've been with my channel for quite some time, then you'll know Crash Team Racing is my favourite game ever, and I'm super excited to see the return of this game, and it's actually got a few new things in it. So in this video we're going to be taking a look at the trailer. We've also got some additional information that's come out about what this edition will include that the original didn't. We then have the two different versions you can get, as well as a few extra screenshots showing some stuff that wasn't in this trailer. So let's just hop into the trailer and go through it. So the first thing we get to see is the classic version on Papu's Pyramid. That then transitions forward into what the new version of Papu's Pyramid looks like, and it looks really cool. Papu's Pyramid was probably actually one of my favourite tracks from the original. It was just such a good track. He had those shortcuts, and I'm really hoping that they've kept all the shortcuts in the tracks, because the one at the end of Papu's Pyramid, when you can pretty much just cut that final corner if you have enough speed, was a great one to do. We can then move on slightly and we get a good look at Crash Cove here. We have Crash in his iconic blue kart. Over on the left there we actually have Komodo Joe, and that is the only time we'll see him during this trailer, and in fact he is only one of the two bosses that we're actually going to see in this trailer as well. We then get a really good look at Polar Pass, and in this frame here we have Crash in the middle, we then have Cortex, Pura, we then have Dingo Dial, and at the end there we either have another Crash on the course, which would obviously make sense because this game is now getting online play and you're going to have people playing as the same character, or that is our first look at Fake Crash in the game. They have confirmed that all characters from the original are making a return. Obviously, I think if they didn't, then there'd be some questions being asked. So we have Crash, Coco, Cortex, Engine, Tiny, Dingo Dial, Pura, Polar. We then have the bosses of Ripperoo, Papu, Komodo Joe, Pinstripe, Potteroo. Then Nitros Oxide is for the first time going to be a playable character, and we'll get into that in just a minute. And then we also have Penta Penguin, who is an unlockable character, Fake Crash, who I've just mentioned, and then of course Entropy. No word as to whether we're going to be getting maybe some of the other characters from the original trilogy, like Embryo, Koala, Kong, Torna, and so on, but here's hoping, because I think it'd be nice to add some additional characters. So continuing on with the trailer, we then get a look at Engine's Labs, obviously looking a lot more detailed than it used to, and we actually have the mech in the background there from Crash Warped. We get a good look at Coco here in the front, and it's just looking really cool. As we move on, we then see that if you don't manage to get your power slides correct, you're going to spin out just like in the original, so there's going to be some skill to it. Obviously there's the skill of actually getting that boost of the starting line as well, making sure you hit accelerate at the right time to get that little boost to propel you ahead of everyone else. We can see that classic boost pad at the end of the course on Crash Cove here. A clip of Crash getting that boost, then we get a clip of Cortex spinning out. We then get a first proper look at Polar, who is looking really cool, and as we can see that in this newer version they can actually have the characters fly out of their cars when they're doing jumps, just like in the original promo art for Crash Team Racing, which is really cool. And as we can see here, the shortcut on Crash Cove where you jump up onto that grass mound is still doable, because we can see that there is a box up there. We then see that 4-player split screen is indeed back. We get a look at Dingo Canyon here. We can see some of the old items making a return. We have that blue warp ball. We then of course have the Wumpa fruits, which when you get 10, they make your items slightly more powerful, turning the green potions into red, turning the TNT boxes into nitro boxes, and much more. We then get a look at Mystery Caverns, and moving on, we get to see the starting grid here with all 8 characters in Tiny Arena. Dingo Dial coming at the camera over one of these jumps. We get a look at the starting area for Dingo Canyon, and you can see they've actually added a lot more detail into this map, making it more like the motorbike levels in Warped. And this is our first glimpse at new things coming to this game. This is the Nitro-Fueled section of Crash Team Racing. So Crash here is in his kart from Nitro Kart. He then transitions into Cortex's team's kart from Nitro Kart. That then goes into Entrance's team. And then finally we have Oxide's team's kart. Does that mean we're going to be seeing maybe some characters from Nitro Kart make their way into Crash Team Racing? Or maybe even some extra levels? We'll have to wait and see. We then have this clip of Dingo Dial running straight into a nitro box left by Pura, and as we can see he is in a blue kart. Obviously that's not his traditional kart, so it seems like you're going to be able to pick what colour you want on your kart, as well as the model of kart you're going to be racing in. Then we just get a look at more of the levels. We get this really cool overview of Tiny Arena, and this map now actually advertises other maps. So on the right there, it's kind of hard to see at the top, we have an advert for Mystery Caverns. We then have down the bottom an advert for Turbo Track, which was an unlockable track in the original Crash Team Racing. I'm assuming it's just going to be available straight out the gate. We then have a advert for Ruse Tubes, which we'll get to in a minute. And then I think the advert on the left next to Turbo Track is actually an advert for Engines Labs, but I can't be 100% sure on that. We get our first look at Sewer Speedway, again another favourite of mine, and then we get a look at the bowling bomb here as well. And then we end the trailer with a good look at Ripperoo in his classic orange kart, obviously the first boss you're going to be going up against on Ruse Tubes. So that is it for the trailer, but we also have some additional information. So this is mainly coming from GameSpot, who did an interview with the co-head of Beanox, Thomas Wilson, prior to the reveal, and they put this up as soon as the game got announced, which confirms that Beanox is the one developing this, and they talk about how they have a lot of respect for this series, and they want to make this as true as possible to the original, getting those tight controls in, giving you all the characters and all the tracks that you remember from the original. That includes all of the game modes, including Adventure, the Cup races, even the Battle mode, and then of course introducing the brand new online mode. He also goes on to talk about the two different editions you can get of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. So you have the standard edition, which will retail for $40 or £34, but then if you want to, you can get the deluxe edition, which is being called the Nitros Oxide Edition. Now keep in mind that Nitros Oxide is unlockable via normal progression. You can unlock him if you get the standard edition, but if you want to unlock him a little bit early and get some extra things, you can get the Nitros Oxide Edition, which includes Nitros Oxide as a playable character, Oxide's hovercraft, space-themed Crash, Coco and Cortex character skins, and more. Oxide is finally going to be a playable character, and you're going to be able to drive him in his hovercraft. Now I'm assuming they're probably going to shrink that down slightly because it was pretty big, and you don't want that thing in an online game, or maybe you do, we'll have to see what they do. And this also confirms we're going to be getting skins for some characters as well, which is really cool because, as I mentioned before, if you've got multiple of the same character in a race, you want something to maybe distinguish them, so adding skins that people can customize for both their characters and their karts is going to be really cool. And then of course there's more additional stuff they haven't revealed yet, so I can't wait to see what that is, and as soon as we do get more information about what that is, I'll be sure to cover it. Now pre-ordering the game will also get you a bonus of an in-game item that we don't know about at this current time. It could be another skin or it could be another kart, we don't know, but if you pre-order on your platform of choice, if you pre-order on Xbox, you get an Xbox One avatar mask, and if you pre-order on PS4, you get a theme where it's Coco and Crash sitting at the starting line on Crash Cove with the original music playing. So if you want to go ahead and pre-order on your platform of choice, you'll get either the avatar mask or the theme. Now going on to the Crash Bandicoot website, we get a look at the official box art, which you can see on screen now, which looks pretty cool. I like that they've kept the Crash in the middle, Cortex on the right and Coco on the left from the original box art. But then we also get this little bit of information that says Power Slide to Glory in additional karts and tracks from beyond the original game, which is amazing news. We're going to be getting more tracks than just the original tracks, whether that's going to be things from Crash Nitro Kart, maybe some of the fan favorite tracks from there, or these are going to be completely new original tracks, we don't know, but that's awesome to see. We're going to be getting new tracks, and I'm hoping in the future we also get some not new characters, but characters that maybe missed the first time around. So finally we also get a few brand new screenshots as well that reveal some things that weren't in that original trailer, including our first look at Aku Aku as the shield around Crash here, which is looking pretty cool. We get another good look at Papu's Pyramid here. A good look at the starting line on Polar Pass, I like what they've done here with this. And then finally our first look at Ruse Tubes, which looks like it has benefited drastically from the new graphics. I can't wait to race on this course and go through that tube under the water, and I can't wait to see what the other courses that we haven't seen in any of this promotional footage looks like as well. I'm especially excited to see Oxide Station and Hot Air Skyways. So there you have it. This is probably a pretty long video on Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, but I wanted to cover it and I'm super excited to see more of this game and then actually play it. The game releases on June 21st, 2019, so we've got 6 months or so to wait before we actually get our hands on it, but I'm sure we'll get more reveals leading up to that launch, showing us some of the other tracks, maybe showing us some of those new tracks, some of the kart customization, some of the character customization, and then maybe some clips of the adventure mode. My only worry for this game at the moment is that the the controls aren't as tight as the original and that stats play a part of online, because if that is the case then everyone is going to be playing as the certain characters who have got the better stats. So we'll have to wait and see, but hopefully Beanox can do right. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Did you play the original Crash Team Racing, and if so, are you excited for this to come back? Maybe you didn't play the original, but maybe you played Crash Nitro Kart or even Tag Team Racing and you're excited to give this a go, or maybe you never played any of those and you just played the Insane trilogy, you got hooked on Crash Bandicoot and you're excited to play a brand new kart racing game. Of course, this is kind of the biggest kart racing game that Xbox and PS4 users are getting. They obviously don't get Mario Kart, which Switch users have, so I think this is going to be a really big hit. Anyways, again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to give the like button a big old hug. You can subscribe for more gaming content and coverage, and if you do, be sure to boop that bell button so you're notified when my future videos go live. But thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.